Your eyes and ears don't lie. Coming at you again, and I had to slide back on because my earlier video where I was talking shit about the pedophile in chief, the orange-faced gremlin, Taco, was before they landed on the tarmac actually, and he got punked. Putin made his ass sit in his plane until he realized, I ain't coming out. I ain't, I'm gonna make you wait because I ain't got no respect for you because you a chump. And once Trump did come out, Putin exited his plane because that's a little power trip too. A lot of that, most of the time leaders will agree to try to come down the stairs at the same time so nobody is, looking like they're above the other, or to try to make it look like we're equals. They come down the stairs at the same time. Usually they both go to their doors and they wave to each other or whatever, and then they come down. Nah, Putin sat there kicking it. So I'm gonna make this bitch wait. And finally, Trump came out because he knows he got to kneel and kiss the ring, that he's a nobody in the eyes of Putin. So he walks down, and as he's waiting for him, he turns sideways, and I'm like, damn. I ain't fat shaming nobody because we all come in different shapes and sizes, but for somebody who is so obsessed with talking shit about people's appearance and shit, he looks fucking disgusting. Telling this lie about you weigh 215 or 25 pounds or whatever, bitch, you crazy. I weigh 221. So I know you ain't no beer belly, none of that. Just the gym and good jeans. So this fool gotta be at least, he probably about 350 or more. And if he's as tall as they say, he probably close to like 400. But he turned sideways and I was like, this fool can't even button his shit. But that ain't really the point. I wanted to slide back on because you notice he chickened out again, where the White House called off the meeting. And that's not really a surprise. What are you gonna talk about? He already told you what he think of your threats when he bombed Ukraine this morning. So you ain't really got nothing to talk about. He ain't yielding. He ain't gonna change anything. And then when you said yesterday, when you spoke to the media, that your intentions are not to mediate the war to stop, it's just to bring them to the table. You're not here to advocate on behalf of Ukraine. So you over here to just try to figure out how you can make more money because you talked about how many business advisors he was gonna be bringing. But the meeting was canceled by the White House because you're a punk, Taco, and that's that. But I did notice some funny ass shit where you guys rolled out, really it ain't funny, that's the wrong word to use in this situation because nothing's funny about the US's current foreign policies. But y'all roll out the red carpet for a war criminal, a literal red carpet that he got to come down the stairs and walk down. So once he gets down there and he shakes your hand, and when you look at body language stuff, most men shake hands like this. Hands vertically, however you want to look at it. You don't shake somebody's hand like that with your hand underneath, because usually it's kind of a subservient thing. Most men, because we equal, we meet with our hands like this. This fool, Trump on the bottom, patting his hand and stuff. That's how women shake hands usually. I ain't never shook a dude's hand where he had his hand under mine and he was patting it. So I thought that was funny. Because Putin made sure he walked in front of Trump down the, rug, down the red carpet. He, walks in front of him because, get behind me, bitch. And then he shook his hand like he was some sort of woman, where he always keeps his hand on top of Trump's to make sure that I have the dominant position in everything that we do. Like, we ain't equal in nothing, and he makes sure body language-wise that he shows that. And it was just kind of funny to me, noticing some of the things that he was doing. Because it's calculated. You got Trump, who's an absolute moron, that's used to getting away with breaking the law because he's rich and white, and has never had to build relationships based on give and take because he's always been a taker his whole life. So in this situation, you have no leverage to use on Putin. So you can't try to get your idol to do anything he don't want to do. You don't even have any talking points or anything because you don't know how to negotiate. The art of the deal, you're an idiot. It's the art of the steal because all these so-called deals you've been doing, they're lies. Even in your personal life, you don't know how to, you're a terrible businessman. Financially, you've bankrupted all these companies, and even by your own accounts, you cheat banks to get real estate deals and loans, and simply said that as long as you pay them back, it don't matter. What you're doing is still illegal. And these new banking shits that he's doing, there wasn't discriminatory shit done to you for your political. You're a fucking criminal and you're a cheat. That's why banks wouldn't loan money to you, because you're a lying sack of shit. Not because you're a Republican or because you're Donald Trump. No, because you're a fucking criminal and a cheat. That's why banks weren't fucking with you. So now you want to change laws to take it out on banks because everything with you is personal. It's leveraging your position to take out vendettas on people and enrich yourself. That's your goals. Get rich and retaliate against everybody I can since I'm in a position to do so. But old Taco punked out in the White House, called off the meeting to try to save what little face you thought you could save, but you a punk. Straight punk.